Nafa Atletico ni Manchester. You can, I mean, when you say special night, Champions League ni night is special. And what Champions League night? Two are different. Come on. When? No match Madrid one. No match Madrid one.
But where they are far. And you wait for
performance in their performance on form yet, and they were going to the White House of World Football, Santiago Bernabeu. The whole miracles happens there, and indeed miracles happen.
Americans in Old Trafford.
Oh, me the name some miracles in Old Trafford. I'm just saying how much they said and special. The way
exactly Champions League 90 be a special night. Champions League 90 be a special because of the kind of the euphoria, the enthusiasm. They follow Champions League, you know. Me say now we into now ka Ajax ne Benfica game no. Nka based on nka kanena nka we nka tough game pa. But because of more recent performance and kwaya omunya nam so nti no. Because two teams ibo omunya o 6 Champions League among them, it tells you how big omuye when it comes to European football. But in recent times Benfica modern bono akofom Ajax are struggling to win Champions League in recent times, you know. Ama the discussion no any match centered on that game, but I think say based on Ajax pedigree, Ajax will qualify ahead of Benfica in the other game because of Holland. No. Now, Jimo, Old Trafford. Ever what they say Manchester United and Atletico Madrid. Now they are coming from a 1-1 draw. Wanda Metropolitano from Spain or Modiba Old Trafford. Now one gamer because of the new rules now. As I say, and there one team must win the game, and I said any form of draw, extra time, and possible penalties. In form of draw, BR will not qualify any team. Extra time, then possible penalty shootout.
In case we be winning extra time.
Yes, at the end there, except one team to qualify in tonight's game. And now a game we ending.
Game no me so ho da you.
Sir,
me so ho da ye. How much?
Na ekwa na se ekwa.
The Diana score line to you.
So, it's one game. I'm not surprised. Ronaldo said, they need that atmosphere. Last Saturday against Tottenham, no, to be able to overcome Atletico come tonight because I couldn't win. In the last 4 previous seasons in the Champions League and European football, United has suffered like a yow against Spanish opponents.
In the last
4 seasons.
The last 4 seasons.
In European football.
Okay.
United has suffered yow almost soon against Spanish opponents.
Season by season by.
Starting from 2017-2018. So Champions League, almost a round of 16th.
I said no more no.
Yes, I'm going to draw. Okay.
Okay. I'm Papa.
I'm going to 0-0. Ewo Spain. No be say oh Sevilla there. A quantum on board from Mutual United 2-1. No United free round of 16th. Mourinho the soon Kofi. The following season, Champions League against Barcelona. Quarter final. Barca boy United home and away. No United free mo. I'm say 1-0 and 3-0.
And it's 1-0.
No United free mo.
Chanu Oli.
So then 2019-2020 Sevilla Europa League 1 of 4 guy time na COVID I'm go born in Portugal. This same Sevilla team eliminated United na only 2-1 na semi final. Then last year in the Europa League final against Villarreal.
There's only no more
3 times na only.
But
elimination.
Really, the man named Mr. Champions League himself is playing today. So there's everything special about it.
And I'm with that person. I'm with that person.
Mr. Kobna Afola.
What's sending me audio be?
I think he's just right.
Warning you now.
I want to look up
or the moment.
Chamafula is just
Chamafula.
So in the last 4 previous seasons, it was 4 times United as a far yow against Spanish opponents. So against Atletico once again. You understand why that kind of euphoria and why a big game Edinburgh United at Old Trafford. Though Okonya 1-1 draw already be. Now, Jimo, yes, you may say so all the away, no the draw a be fear, especially a 1-1. Most times or qualify at Old Trafford. The only exception I went to qualify there against Spanish opponents.
See, when should be an amity.
That 7 times United aqua away at a 1-1 draw ever fee in the Champions League European football. Most times or qualify, the only time one qualify there against Spanish opponents.
And Prenson 7. Manchester United aqua away.
Yes.
First leg games. Amakobo 1-1. Omuba Fia.
Yes.
Emunsi amu qualify. But I could there. Omo qualify. Na Spanish team.
And that team's no free Madrid Krumo in Real Madrid. One team was from Madrid. It doesn't matter. Talking about knockouts. When knockout or something.
It's just 7 times here matches.
Oh, that like walk away over. What I'm going, I'll give you those teams now or so it's the last time I won qualify. Real Madrid 2012-2013 season. Okobo 1-1. Obaya Real Madrid 2-1 at 2-4. And Ronaldo scored one of those goals, at Old Trafford. So it's Emma, you understand why as a team to be United because it looks like history is against them. And again, on one performance against Spanish opponents, open team pass Spain for the team in England among those top class now Manchester United.
The okay can quit now but Manchester no qualify.
No, you see, if you maybe a so United against Spanish opponents now because one at Old Trafford alone, like Omati and 1-11, drawn 12 and lost 6 at Old Trafford.
Against Spanish opponents.
Against Spanish at Old Trafford.
Okay.
1-11, drawn 12 and lost 6 at Old Trafford. Now, open one country and the team sway United free European football knockout I Spain for now.
Like it do okay can and Manchester free move.
You see, United are coming into this game with a very bad historical year against the Spanish teams. United free open team country or United or born in knockout stage Spain for you. So Atletico are coming with this kind of record and everything. Now one Casano, say this is your mother England.
Yeah.
Emma Liverpool share no. Liverpool even beat them home and away. Last season they came in by England. Emma Chelsea to share no 2-0 a unique Champions League. It is a what Atletico. They are a side that naturally almost had and had on English soil.
Sir.
Yes. Oh, yes, sir. So medical.
Yeah, there are more meetings to start giving them.
You understand? Because away meetings like knockout stage against English teams. So I'm last 12. They almost qualify like me and Sape.
Yeah, Atletico na. Ombeshe Mourinho Chelsea. Picture Biba Bontiana Mourinho. Eko dressing room our train curtains be akata na mo rest and go for no kwa. Anyoma. Omo hajun pa. So it's we have last 12 like 2-legged meetings with English clubs are. Me say to qualify here. Okay.
That one against Derby County 1974-75, 207 208 against Bolton, and the last one against Chelsea they are working.
Okay.
You understand? It's naturally they are not good travelers on English soil. But this year in the Champions League until their last game and the man qualify here. And even on form no United 1-1 they control most part of the game. But for wastefulness United more than one goal before United are better cano.
Okay.
But idea United ever hope they say send a follow big message over Ronaldo is at stake. The last Champions League game with Atletico Madrid Juventus obo hat-trick etiomo. The last Champions League game with Real Madrid against Atletico obo hat-trick etiomo. Though first league he was part of the team, but tonight you expect say Sari 22 goals that was said Atletico nkuano. Ober out to location once again at Old Trafford.
Okay.
And then the biggest now say we are seeing the papa on the screen say or no once again
Manchester for Oh, say,
we are seeing now support Manchester United.
No, I'm support I'm interest because of so.
And yes, I dare cause we are seeing Ronaldo so much.
No, so we are seeing now interest because Ronaldo is playing. So we may support him, but I head them around the bay. It is almost the we are seeing 2 teams. I say we are making
scoreline. Who qualifies?
I think based on Ronaldo's factor, no. So the good news of Bruno Fernandes is back from the COVID, so he part of the team. Luke Shaw is back.
As a team without Bruno Fernandes, we feel it looks much better.
Yeah, against Tottenham, no. Now I say the team was looking more like in terms of.
And the Pogba bought that role now, you could clearly see say.
No, on a maturity level now, also Kakarasen Bruno, but Bruno gives you more. Because on Jambo also in Chile, like Pogba will dazzle with those balls and any and those kind of things. So and then Ronaldo's factor, I think, say putting everything combined. If he's at Old Trafford, United will have a 2-1 win.
Opakise uti, me remember me Mohammed. Say we can say.
Yeah.
Yes,
United will win by 2-1. 2-1 at Old Trafford.
And then me die in so kakade. O dem can die no. Captain. Yeah.
I think that Kofi Zaki to a lot about the Champions League. Obe permit me nankaja. And now so there were football actions in England and in Spain. Nanka to me I heard because at the instance so about the league table now as far as
then come on Champions League no.
So no Carabao.
Sir, okay.
Well, as far as the
Champions League.
No make us say no quite Rebecca Krabeki because as far as it's concerned, I think say I perfectly agree say I asked our edge over Benfica looking at our performances as far as this year's Champions League are concerned. And the first leg results are by even though we must crap that away go rule no the importance of that away go rule no but they are so strong enough to beat Benfica at their home backyard. So I expect Ajax to qualify to the next stage as far as that game is concerned. Manchester United, Atletico Madrid, of course, it has not been that the two teams said all that impressive. Atletico Madrid move away from safe. Atletico Madrid are now recently. Now it looks like say one team account the big forces as far as Champions League are concerned. No? But I think recently, the last year, 2 years ago, no, they've not been all that impressive. So this year any different from last year. Just that Manchester United themselves, no, they've also not been that impressive. Or more form, no, on and off be. They give you one good performance today, the next there's a whole lot, and all problems seem not to be solved. We're talking about Manchester United, more central midfield, no, has always been a problem. Manchester United, and Harry Maguire continuously, no, he's giving an unwanted record, scoring himself and sometimes giving chances to opponents to score and that stuff. And now my game, no, are you close? And with the background, with the result, history surrounding this game, Zakito Eddie May. And Manchester United should be good enough to beat them. Even though I still insist, as a Manchester United manager, I will build my team around Cristiano Ronaldo this time around. If for nothing, the last game our boy, he inspired them. In a game, nobody named say 2-2 Tottenham game. In a game, Manchester United in terms of possession, it was Tottenham. Most of the things are a Chelsea team winning game, no. So we game not so studies are in terms of shot on target, shot whatever, no, it was Tottenham. But eventually, if you have Cristiano Ronaldo, what should I say? Edu baby, emuya dinner. Ultimately, a same situation. He won that game for them. Manchester United coach, I'll still build a team around him and make sure say they will name you know. I think scoring some 20 or more goals, I think 22 or 25 goals against Atletico Madrid is safe no crano. Baby, it just says we will game Nima. Atletico Madrid defenders will not commit themselves more. They will always be careful when it is that Cristiano Ronaldo is in the game. So I'll build my team around him and make sure say all the good balls, all the passes, no, most of them no, will pass through. No, a channel you be used to. Manchester United must use to score a goal, and with that, you know, and Manchester United that edge against Atletico Madrid. I also give at least 3-1 to Manchester United if they should win that game and qualify to the next stage.
3-1 for United.
Yeah, 3-1 for United in that particular game. Now, Mr. Boku, Premier League, and then it looks like Pep Guardiola team some teams have started to make Premier League. No, it started with the last one on the boy was Tottenham. Now all thought say they were going to run over Tottenham. Even the game, almost called Antonio Conte and Sema Walker. Some of us sat here and criticized. The manager don't speak like that. He went in and Onyada win. Now Crystal Palace. Now the Crystal Palace here they say this particular season, only one team almost stop Manchester City from scoring against them, both home and away. I think the first leg Crystal Palace scored 1-0. It had. And this game, no, it was 0-0. 2-0. So 2-0, yes. It had. Now on this game, 0-0, no more to be mine. The Ama is also about Premier League, so they say Liverpool game against Arsenal. Now Manchester City are one game ahead of Liverpool. Now Liverpool game against Arsenal. So Liverpool 8 bomb more than win here. Close the game now be 1 point with some 9 matches to go. So the league ranking, very competitive. And we have the Premier League now in the top position, very competitive. Qualification to the top 4, very competitive. Even at the bottom of the league table now, a very competitive too. And area looks like Newcastle. 9 points between one, and I think 9 or 10 points between one, and that team or that 17th or 17th position. So league they are safe. But the problem has to do with Frank Lampard and then Everton. And they there's only 1 point and it's separate to any team or the 17th position. But the good thing is that on no team there was some 3 games to play. I say if we make the most out of that now, everything move on. You know, among the Premier League, the competitiveness of the Premier League, as I enhance, I'm a nay, I say any come see a bit my Premier League. What I said would Pep Guardiola would take it looks like in the first run, I may say they were taking on syllable lead, but it looks like all of a sudden, in fact, how it happened, you can do double points, but all of a sudden, Liverpool are in. At the nay, Liverpool, as to me, IBB, every league, a different thing. Then I'm call Spain. And when I'm here, Mallorca, about your boss. I'm in Mallorca and Real Madrid. A game of first half and the goalless. In fact, the best chances in the first half fell to Mallorca. Now very competitive. But it looks like Karim Benzema this year in the form, men just sure some form way when you be the crowd now any more than once. This year in the form, he's so good. 2 goals and they added to the goals are washed. They say Messi, it looks like he will take the lead. Now he scored 22 goals in the La Liga. And the combination with Vinicius Junior pay off from Real Madrid. The whole year long, Real Madrid team now, they've not been that Real Madrid team anymore. Except that year is somewhere against PSG. Now you don't see much of one game, but I think the league no anymore. Any that hero somewhere against PSG, it's a push them up. They won by 3 goals to nil. I nay on my extended the league table by 10 points. And I'm still Barcelona for say but already the gap between Omuna. Yes, and no, and a coco show. Barcelona won by 4 goals to nil. Madrid are winning by 3 goals to nil. And none of them go into the offense El Clasico. But with Benzema form, with Vinicius Junior's form, I think it's also game league and I say we can look at him now. Yeah, better. Now, yeah, discussing.
Medase Captain Siasia Akumia Sachi. Ricky Fayemiam on na fi yemre fi ne mehwe ensem ayewo fie. Ensem bibi na ewo ho. Baba wa sa obo ho de.
Ewo hapa.
Okay.
Ensem de wo ho papa.
Ricky metiu.
Medase ajibu. Si. Bona game mame we first na me sha sin free ankakra. Jack Grealish on fa Jack Grealish and to screen so na menyane kakra see Manchester City and omopo mompeu oma open the gates for a serious competition in the Premier League. Omoa no my omoa na aye and omoa opens her gates and then a 50-50 between omo and my friends at Liverpool. And then people have started raising a lot of discussions about Liverpool Manchester City game na be so no omo hu ni say na the decider by my opinion no kra na nye decide dabi ombe lose two teams no possible so bia betime lose even a lot of matches before sa game no kra be ba so enti wo hwe City total play na enra omode maayen against Crystal Palace na dem hu ye very simple see ye won Pep Guardiola what ball with a force number 9 wa flourish. There is no single manager who is successful with a force number 9 than coach a friend say Pep Guardiola will be anyhow. When in force number 9 Bopa when you use and we used to there a lot of victories. And it is why the setup now say who say or ball in a force number 9 role is understandable. But the reality is that in the course of games, you see sometimes force number 9 and work and you will need the presence of a typical center forward. Data maker Jack Grealish has and say, Gibu, today I want us to do this discussion. So boy no that screen so ni impact in the role of Manchester City there somebody should convince me.
Nanya Grealish na be ka say sikano mo dia to nanya ona kan so deserve says can because of the ball now obo no.
Me say the market value need normal you no. See a top player you cannot question the amount in they turn no. The justification of what the player or the man no. And then I say indeed no deserve and as we deserve it. But so okay, make a say Jack Grealish, he is not fit for Manchester City team, not because of him, because players in a going in that run now are better than Jack Grealish. And in my opinion, they are not Manchester City for MSC. Nenye Jack Grealish. And also who game now. They don't have a typical center forward to create that space in some of the best goals. And let me say this: so what's £100 million at the Koto player? That player is not supposed to be a squad member. He's supposed to be an influential player. And that player has a bear squad and bench kakra and one or bum kakra, new free kakra. He's not supposed to be a squad member. £100 million player. Jibo. By now, Manchester City team no one can see na betty. But today he's more of a squad player than be a decisive player. Why? Because Phil Foden, Riyad Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, some players in Ika Gundogan, some players in the role of Jack Grealish, they are all better and they've performed better than Jack Grealish this season. It is after my year signing on Mekasa Mibusa legend say, some player with new role better than new role as £100 million player, new role in Manchester City better than. And clearly, say almost £100 million and almost pay a center for the beer. I think said he would have added to the squad depth of Man City because almost both games na okay Chelsea final in the Champions League. So mo boya why because coach na who say Aguero ni yemre Aguero beko succession plan for Aguero why. Today they don't have a center forward betting on him. It is all £100 million. Jibo, other quarter player who plays second to Phil Foden, Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne. Pep Guardiola, in fact, if you say penalty more, as I do with Papa Bine ya.
So yeah, na ebi a player named Kui, na utim no airboy, yani and tanka.
That is it.
But yeah, na player ne ba untimi mo, na utim nza Kui dia.
Any eka.
Example, Alexis Sanchez, Manchester United, Mourinho. Senko mobile no, oba period na Mourinho J Europa Cup or Manchester United na. Could be no beka.
Exactly.
But time mobile and the team was not performing. Yes. The Guardiola the man for money bebre ko say the team is performing.
The team is performing.
Yeah.
So that is the situation. And tell how Obeba was force number 9, obeying a lot of points. But Obeshia team so much defending numbers for bebre because we need a center forward.
They go Champions League. Them referee.
Manchester United at Nephew Old Trafford. Na Jiboni Tenene said this is not the stage. Per the kind of football Atletico Madrid for their mates this season. It was a Manchester United free. Manchester United full free man. with all due respect to Atletico Madrid, on whom Mwa Papa. So United
Manchester is better than Atletico Madrid this season.
Who is that?
Sir.
Atletico Madrid for the born in there. Atletico Madrid for no.
Then United is better than Atletico Madrid this season.
In the Champions League, now so here the tempo of play of the two teams now. Manchester United the level no quality no strong in terms of tempo and kasa and often from Champions League group stages kakra na here na. You could clearly see United were on top. Then offer the first leg in a course of Metropolitano now between the two teams. United in terms of dominance and total game control, they were better than Atletico Madrid or Metropolitano. But what I say, sir, what for Atletico Madrid team now? Even in the group stage, was it against FC Porto? They needed that last game. Some betting are winning before said they could get the qualification. They have struggled throughout the group stages. No matter about this stage. Reason why I'm more struggling is very simple. There was more in the star and sign. A defensive-minded football and wobble. But the reason why all Brennan say those moments when Atletico Madrid were playing side defensive football, no, they had proper center forwards and no more hold up play a year. So they defend in numbers, pick the ball, so more locate, locate Torres, locate Diego Costa, locate Radamel Falcao. It's not defensive football in Juma because at any point in time, they defend with 9 players behind the ball. They get the ball, they look out for the center forward with physique and hold up play a year. And then, because it's Luis Suarez form no conform. Now Kunhans we play planning no. Only a typical center forward over there. And to obo with a branch of friends say Joao Felix. Felix and those players now you don't battle with defenders to hold on to the ball and invite players and so mumra. And to social Atletico Madrid gamer, ball ne kwa na sanso aba. Ball ne kwa na sanso aba. Na ne tell ne say and Old Trafford. Side game control na Manchester United enya no Metropolitano no. Ombobo double of it. United will be complete dominant at Old Trafford. Now, more screen is no. The very moment a Manchester United budget born is or more born, this is what will happen. Ronaldo will come to the party. Just like 3 seasons ago, Ebra Ronaldo echo Metropolitano. Na Juventus elusu 2-0. No don't major J Arena. Na Juventus AJ born in also more bono. This is what Ronaldo did to them. On 3 goals. This is wow, this is what he did. Samoje Bonne Samo Bona Samo man the right services. He's deadly in the air. It is okay as our game, no. He scored the first goal, Niti, second goal, Niti, then the third goal was a penalty. And we Atletico Madrid for free mo. Some player now can watch some Ronaldo, no. Forget about the hat-trick he scored against Tottenham Hotspur last weekend. Jibo, he has 25 goals against Atletico Madrid. There is no single player in the history of Atletico Madrid. What ti omo to say branch friend Ronaldo. Etena Ronaldo will come. Old Trafford. Oba have a box I gave ni biu. Masha Manchester United probable na like to say Benya Elanga. A branch friend Ronaldo. Ni enya Jadon Sancho in attack. Coach na decided so Bobo Matic. And a branch of friends Fred. Reason is very simple. First like in a course of Metropolitano, no player with me Bobby for Atletico Madrid, ne Joao Felix. And to Mamina 2 defensive methods on best of Joao Felix.
Scoreline.
And to know cutting Joao Felix with Fred and Matic.
Scoreline.
What me said, Jumana, the game is done. United will go in for 3-1. They will qualify.
Tony says you know 3-1.
They will qualify.
2-1. Babo was says, oh God, they Liverpool send them. Odo Liverpool send them.
First leg near say.
My family die nemra.
First leg near 1-1. Now I had the intimate draw.
See if they knockout. It's in there so
Edra said penalties
extra time.
They are some penalties.
This was will be answer.
Yeah, what penalties?
Who's a penalty?
Not try to qualify. Hey, Omboko tru yaum.
Another wo yina sum.
Omboko tru yaum.
Obetia be wi send me message. Diana me su yeni ni.
And asimi de nanim.
Say
udi de na dai na hu
na so da ya headi udi.
Na ma udi no so tumi.
Oh so. me fi no da ya me so ye ne nie ene body ehu ehu pa ma Manchester
o bond en kofo bebo
da ya na me so ne nko ye ma United ehu so afula binin na be wo mo mpa ye bi o mo ehu
chama fula bi
ehu no so umwe
me si ehu
kompa ba
aka de boy ehu ba you can overcome
eti na me se o mo mpa ye bi o mo nkobo bo na ehu
so the game is still open but
yes bo na ehu na bo no so a me hu ye no time na esi ye no na no de
we hu hwenye yi
omo ye hu hwenye yi
good ba late
bo no se 232 bi
another 3-2
omo hwenye yi
eko ho
me hu Atletico Madrid
o be she
o ba makani yi
sa 2014 2015 na omo ma Mourinho ru dressing room ntem no esisa sa match no omo hwenye yi
no is possible
omo hwenye yi me hu 232 bi e wo game na be ba so ne no to omo hwenye yi
no be
so obi bo wie de me hu so obi bo wie de me
na o bo wie be le
se ada ba se mo ke me score line na mu na me di tudwa enti mu hweni ye
na me hweni me sisi da
ye se wo pe Ronaldo tu benya ka Ronaldo qualify ne Ricky super Ronaldo benya ka Ronaldo qualify Zakito super Manchester pe Ronaldo but the American say bo na ehu enti mu hweni ye ya to adwuma de ne so today sports eno asugu so awuti higher ye pa 100.7 ye refie na afi ensem e wo fie nyina ye de agu ho sebesi yenhwe message na di kan buy on Kumasi de no na afi yabane ababehwe eye doctor Tumasi ensem odi atudwa ba bia game ne betia ba so all confirm say Cape Coast pitch no dey be ready for eye sa game no mamenje abadwafo omo concern contribution kakra was a message we ho ko it looks like emza manfo asate omo ka ho asem anya asem ketwa o dey o hwe no mamisa we Ricky true say Kumasi ama a World Cup 2006 2010 2014 one venue aje Black Stars atu ya World Cups me nsa ya ko nyina no betimi aka say Kumasi row they can the stadium and support our Black Stars receive here time o mobile Kumasi no yentimi fan compare that period no any venue I host Black Stars game where a World Cup qualify Inti Kumasi be like the spiritual home of the Black Stars when it comes to World Cup qualifiers. But it looks like say Sadia no a problem. And the question the Black Stars game back Kumasi says here, Kumasi will not receive the Black Stars.
I think they will receive them. They will receive them. You see, the decision to have chosen Cape Coast Stadium, let's not forget certain things. And no maybe a cool move before said they chose Cape Coast Stadium. Why are we renovation and one is some a year or 2 years ago near Koso. Time I bit me even the licenses after the renovation. See bit me about competitive games Patrata see you. And yet men discount sell Jumana near Koso Baba Sports Stadium as to whether sell na bit me on time to meet the standard CAF and FIFA for a pay. We have been playing all the recent games in our year, Cape Coast. And it's a Babara Sports Stadium is under renovation there. Why don't we continue to use Cape Coast Stadium? Because Babara ye can answer me. Even after 2014, me sa issues in pop up after 2014. And a Ghana for decided say omo boycott Black Stars games near the omo deserted team no omo for team no bio. But then, Saukaya, James Kwesiapia, Eba back no. He brought that thing here once again. The second come here, no, Yaman appointment, and then the first game was Baba Rameboa. I want to remember the game. And supporters were there in their numbers.
Uganda, not
was it Uganda?
Uganda.
Party first game, eh?
Yeah. So, you're free 2014 by, you know.
Yeah.
Your first game, may right in Uganda, you ball draw. Oh, Baba Yara. Coach Kwesiapia.
Coach Kwesiapia. You see. Eti oba no was also try say or revival sadie no ti supporters and started on moba and from that time period no menya sure say yenya issues ebiane say Ghanaians decided some boycott Black Stars games and as Kumasi boycott a dissatisfaction towards performance on the command yen e wo Cameroon say team ni crime perform and probably in terms of how our selection across our blasters, these are things our Ghanaians and you're happy with it.
Any connection with amount for perception.
Sir.
The current FA. Any Asante Kotoko problem. Majority of supporters will Kumasi Omushu football Kotoko supporters. If so, then Yembese FA is some problem there. Yembese FA is West City.
No, Jibo me hunisa. Me hunisa cra. Because we've not had evidence of normal no say people may speculate. Say FA ni kotoko. But me FA ni kotoko no kra the first time say bia kotoko ni FA nya issue kakra. But still na your Blasters game e Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Supporters back in their numbers. The decision say the kwakwa game no e will Cape Coast no. Jibo is because as at that time they name the state of Baba Yara say be ready mpo. Today say your selection we next year pe qualify. Na Ghana for nyina ani abre. Na say FA ni your mu PR ni ye communication with the Bema Ghanaians. Say the game ni Baba Yara Sports Stadium here the support of Kumasi for ni Asante Mine or my Ghana for nyina so bia amra mehwa. Me sure say people will be there in their numbers. But at the moment no me dem hu ne say Ghana for no mwofu Blasters no. It's not about Kotokone or they say Jeffy. It's about team nye. The team Blasters na ko gwe when ma say Comoros mo shen. And it's that team na Comoros team tete yen epam ye free. I mean Afcon mu no. And no na ma Ghanaians especially due to the budget resident Blasters. So me nya so say I me Kotoko supporters ne I mean GF.
Dagido, Remu Kakrewi.
Yeah, you say yenu de based on baby I na nam ne nanti I.
O tafa for more.
O hisa metafa for more.
To tensem.
Ah metako base more. Family me mfa form. Me mfa form.
What oka?
Oh, saka de unu mpa uti frɛ. So I remember form. Uta bia Uber, uta bia boat na on the nam. What I say.
Obeya ma baby and na man for start here.
So etiro I tensem pa. Na no a clear example was at Baba Yara Sports Stadium. And set the tone. When Kotoko game, and now inspection. No. Lucky supporters were at the stadium. Our inspection. No. And the kind of comments and comment to an air coso. I'm on the bank paying. I think it's yomo. They say Chomo Kennedy. So clearly you could see that since Kate Eba on board as FA president, series of decisions are what take here. Some supporters think that they are not happy. They are not happy with issues. AC, ABI, say FNU, Nanaya Okuntakwa, FN, Emmanuel Asuberi, FN Etan Kotoko, FA Shadama Graphics, AC Omo. You see a lot of allegations upon allegations.
Kumasi form for Blasters.
I don't think so. The last time I worked on, the reason why Oman for Blasters have Biomines Omu Kumasi. So, okay. The moment the team free, I call Tamale. You understand? Emba Biom. Since they Emba Biom. Dabi. Emba Biom.
Yeah, Ben.
The last time I bought a Kosape coach team of Baba Yara Emba Biom ever there.
That was Yabe.
Emba Biom ever seen there. Against Uganda.
That game was 2014 or 2015.
Against Uganda. Emba Blasters Emba Kumasi Biom against Uganda. Now World Cup qualifier. Me say, I repeat, say, since Kosapia, ever coach Uganda Baba Yara, Ghana Mba Kumasi Biom ever there. You feel Kumasa and Tamale. From Tamale. You say go against Uganda. Uganda near Tamale.
Recently, Yabo qualifies for the 2018 World Cup. Semekaya, Yabo against Zimbabwe Baba Yara.
Dabi, Accra. Go and check.
No, Yabo Baba Yara.
2018.
Yeah.
Yawo be Kumasi. Check the venues. So who's a man who are good in checking power. Check. 2018, we don't 2018, we didn't play Kumasi.
Yeah, Bena, the Dene as a Mojan issue in Sieno. Ye ba kwa frima, ba kwa so banon Zukura captain. No Kumasi ni a game. No. It was Kumasi. And it happened after 2014 World Cup. No.
2018.
Yeah, Kumasi ni a ball game. I share Sudan. I'm just a 1-0 say 2-0. Was Kumasi? Tiabo games with Kumasi.
Now Kwesi Appiah second coming. If an Obesha 5-0, Obesha 5. Kumasi.
Let's say the second million.
That one was I heard of 2019 Egypt AFCON.
That
was 2018. Kwesi Appiah the ever have a ball qualifier. Emia qualify for Egypt 2019 AFCON. And that AFCON is over Kaya. Kwesi Appiah buy no. Next stadium yema Baba Arahe. Next stadium yema Baba Arahe 2018 proud to 2019 AFCON akwa no. But anya sanete. Enti
yabo games after.
So data big business after 2019 no. And you started renovation na ekoso no.
No renovation Blasters.
Ama Blasters na cut off El Baba Arahe.
Yes, amount for them pen no.
Because adena ya jibo ya hwe ya you will end up to intensify as speculation na ekoso between Kotoko and Efino.
But anyhow
and I say one of those things now it's not a factor why yet me na games reason why oh them can say
no but they say about from now and I remember very well said or you can't use one be I didn't only this group no crusade no after the World Cup now yes say players no pa Ghanaians at no players no a press conference were Micklin another day much cars or ba and then tax mutu tax escalate supporters cost stadium kuhuru again that was against Sudan also Obera I just forgot the opponent back and your born after that no more air banding Kumasi the call Tamalenu no at that time no na Ghana for bofu because of the your koya na amount for brandish sika like players no could hold the country in ransom say I'm fast your interest come or so Ghanaians thought to say the Blasters will become sika and now you free say the government or the day at that time no obi baby ntimi mo ayen akwa be fa so a ye betimi amasika sem na bafom what does it it's not Ghana for no abuafu na mainly na nyekotoko any efe Ghana for no sika edudu adem too much players no ensure that appreciation and patriotism no and they in buy but Kosapia coming back no esa de ade no esa eba back what happened was that cat crowd no enye kotoko per se but some of the decisions I will take especially time about but you Kosapia mu nyina di what I say what dissolve take teams of the all the Black Stars inside them no esa Kosapia say konyane abufu what I say but that time you are not Black Stars no we're not playing here because of the renovation here Obera Sports Stadium no so and then but me free say in short talk so anka bafom okay
all right yen to so babo wa unga sai
Yibo
babo
the most expensive qualifier
expensive qualifier na won say bebre no
Yibo
what is it $12 million
yeah and like I keep saying ever since this country became Ghana
thank you
and ever since this country decided to be part of the game we call association football, this is the most expensive football match Ghana and it is a game that we cannot joke with. Me Cape Coast Kumasi
I don't think this is the most expensive football match.
I say Ghana history qualify.
Okay, qualify now can I say
qualify.
I say qualify.
Make quarterfinals no. Around that because it's kind of response and joking.
I say qualify.
So you can or level 2 to qualify.
I say qualify.
Some case I say
yeah but I say qualify.
That's how can work and you know Mati ni.
Me am tell say no can so can no can ni.
No ko masa.
Yibo
And I said
me person me bua siasia because I'm not in good mood in the first place. And was a bad day.
Oh,
na me to me dream me ankasa me go through me hellish experience no. And na bibi sambe boom. Then and my mate sat na see ye. Jiwo Enra I took only water to sleep. Super.
Unumusu nko na
no food.
E dey asem ne to.
Jiwo, don't mind this man. Don't mind. The only excitement I mean and it's like Crystal Palace. You don't kakramami. Sanya in Krabon Kana they enjoy watching the game. See. Nami yae. Jibo, are you not sure these boys? You should discipline these boys.
But you microphone. But you microphone.
Yes, Kasem. So, Jibo, so what can I say? Bas yi pay nko for budget so pa wo. As to see Ghana had here. Among for say you have football clubs now. Bas we there a dance. Pacho Meboa.
Kotoko bas
asem na me no ken. Ti project among for ball management na baso. Adako ja achi ho abaso body there abako nti me fa nko ho no mo. Another project among for esa ball management baso. The stadium project. And I bet na hanu no one interview you know kan. Now bedded with the stadium project no. The Kotoko fans mobilization project.
Fabu
census. Ama obekaya na anu ye nso so na striker exclusives. So say your YouTube account we are friend striker exclusives.
That's my YouTube.
So nya eboa ye ni nya a video of I don't know my friends my friend is Zipe bi so Zipe bi
dey Fabu boot.
Ama no so amam for na na ya ade o
nti boot na da
boot na what come say we say Kotoko training grounds so no adako jache you know ahamo so friends say AJ Arena and AJ Sports Complex na dia would ade esi wo fe anya wo fe
ba for the concept
na dia ekukuru ba no asini kuroi
dia na ba
asam kase e ba penfose franka nsiso wem nyina na na aye yabo ma basoso ma ya ade na no na asese ombeye entitie training edi masa na be program we and video that should be take off originally no National Circus Council penifo no nim say omni management aye discussion omo no mo na e ba beye like to why are you looking at that I don't know him say asma make
okay no we go be etiu say wona wo say owura ho nti etie de nti awura ho no be etiu
afi continuously Nicodemusly management yi akwa fa nkofo ko fefre nkofo eno makwa training na o ma sadla ne NCC fo no na before ade ba no na e ma asem no ho no nya didie no ebufu NCC fo no ade jabi aso de ba no ama yakofro obi sekire kra po se kebe ya nka bia nka no so fa nkofo ma obi sekire bo fu ama woni sisi na menu ka say obi sekire Christopher eja dam tutututu me kan wo sisen ade na betu affect the whole project no bas no eho adwuma Zipe census and some na dia papa ba na esiri kroyo tina me say running through there you know say ade ne ko wie nyina no Fabu census no Zipe yi Fabu census na de be me boa ya kwatete nkofo a national chapters de be dia no national circus council penifo no ye yi o masin chan won boafu de manya boafu ama de ntokobo ni obi se chentam
we are making these questions
o question what obi abeti obi question
we na me misao we na me misao why me so stay ya sha bani man kana so ba
akomia me tira ho se na me say bani say na five projects say ya bomb management abaso yi all of a sudden ejemo tuntumi be so be si best hard yi because kawai akaya management and its circus adwuma but say no ya yim circus mpanifo na sinchan akontato obi akofa nkofo abomako recruitment anu kwa so ehon nkwandewa kwa so nya asem ketwa wotu a ore ho se project a edi Kotoko kwa nanim project a edi campo enya yenya start e kwa de basaba yenya start ye no e de basaba na ya betra ha no wo se wo de mnofo bi baye wo mo hwe stadium ho no wo mo se nipa ni swa ti wo mo nipa ni bi meka ho project adi nipa ba ama mrofo na hu say eh afere nipa ba ye ko stadium mi ka sama anya we hosam project that can take to apart
let me some question
okay
wrong say management ebe fa manfo so mu training omo based on the work kan na omo na betenatena boot no mu na bia bibi wo ho eso omo ya na
yo fa bu sensors no conjunction anamo kan say in conjunction with the circles and yet the management project in as management project in only circles in there enti say ye be ye training na circles no members so to who did the management train who when the circles has been told to say ye no na ye ade we
so mo so be tu no mo so ye kotokofo because when you say project no mo be employ omo so mo ntina boot no no e kotokofo
as I say we kotokodin
yes
o first qualification and we see
another way
educated employment but this is the even more reason why as a circles na you involve in selecting who they will train because omo no be nim kotokofo no more as a management no
do how to say Omanko fresh circle for na Omanko for Munko for ma.
Here pass. I want the potential to throw the whole project out of gear.
Did there na ma Christopher ne obenya problem based on what sem na aka no.
Make a chira say. As I said, obi frɛ nkɔfo. Obin Christopher frɛ obin mu ano.
Ofrɛ obin mu ano.
We mu ano. So there's an issue be say Christopher no obin enkoye.
Asemi de menya nkasame mo be pe obi ama me
enkoye na na obi dey say program we dey run oboaso nyina wotie we kasa wotie obi won no ya aficionado of this program
we say sibovasente
jibo me fears nie and why na me worried and they say this project ne money be afi ase wo even though enteki off no e bass no say I don't know and take it off now awo basa e che say no ma betim dia ba no so enti say ye mark ye bibia ma e control the whole thing out of gear
ba say circles for the amount for ba omo nyina ye kotokofo say management ko fo bi ba omo nyina ye
nani ada ne ma circles for informa because management omo ye management man na circles for
so support bi aso na join circles
that is I don't dey inform them you can't the organized body na national circles council for ye informa wo mo no ye recognize obi anim wo mo especially when they have been told, especially when the census project no mo na eye. Fafu census no before management we ba no na circles for no project da ho da wo. No mo ni IT firm ba kun Gimatek. Ye ho arrangement. It is not
we na mo ni di no.
Na better what did he? Jibo better what did he? Oh, Jibo, intimity escan nimboto. Take your time and for analogy na drama one.
Baby, me wo ni kakra baby area kakra me support one say a good project.
Good project.
Through this project in Basaba. Through this project no e betimi kura the stadium aba. E
betimi the stadium aba. Asante create employment say ye fan kofo.
The problem be ba.
Kofo be kun to kwa project ni na say wait me didi.
Problem be bo mu nsia no nya sana ba.
Wait me didi. What did he? Not just a one part in a year and answer in kind corner. But management in certain in Aboma Basu, Kofi Hanomo, Aboma Baso, oh, Basi DF, now Basi, I say Basi Kuman, I didn't want to has now we say, Obama Martin William, or Consequence, you know, for picture. Basi, bank from Baba Joma Diako.
Mabajina.
No, my Jim was saying,
better than a bank from
Nano Kuntokai. Minimum of Mr. But the person catcher will say, the issues coming up with the bus no and any fabu census needs to pay any at the no between the management and the NCC.
Okay,
somebody must step in.
BBS will have training grounds.
CCI Miss Menya I say
and tia enya say Samolinkum and pay we pimo has training grounds. Samolinkum and pay we pim has training grounds. de ekoso ho nyina de beba nti na ese oti today sports no afa yemfa voice ne enwo se we de ba afo asem nya so bia obi kan fa ho okay
yeah what in when you know say we na man and we pa ba for any day
yemfa asem ne enwo Steve se yenhwe Professor Chumasi NS boss akasa ede afa Cape Coast Sports Stadium a ene abaye adwendwene de amagana for say yanhwe ya na stadium no entimi anya ready for Ghana and in Nigeria game no.
Some this match now them this big games for the chance for the almost shot. This who go show on ma atiga pa when na afternoon that. And by this within a week we can imagine we have about almost 10 more days ahead. There's no way it can fail. And also what's happening, yes we have other opportunities for. The Ghana here first the move about by crowd on my certifier is the bigger base of the cap and also the last one and the division. By so the all these are all alternatives. The academy, the Kobase, I be used to Kipu Stadium. You put measures in place or make me so and if I buy no any of other alternatives, natural competitiveness, the bomb now almost with my head. Come.
Okay, we Professor Chumasi, NS boss. And some hour day at Tuja a day afa Cape Coast Sports Stadium no say stadium no ready I bet me host to Ghana and Nigeria game niti Professor Chumasi and some hour day at two edra and no samesi enko line so na yemkodi enkomo ye de ni Cameroon okay I'll be say oh okay interview with mama here. Okay. Ricky interview with mama. Why? Oben se chewa line so.
Chairman Pacho Mechiao. Chairman.
The Joso.
Number Chapumbo ko there.
Ya me Adu-Poku.
Yeah, there was say waje so ani di nkumo yire pa 100.7. We there enye yibia na bafo awua Harry. Na watimi akwaya investigation kakra into project ekoso about kotoko supporters money management no yes entokwa kakra ba about census ne ade mobilization ZP sembebrebe na bafo aka na ye train kotoko supporters amomo supporters leaders ne monya aware of a normal ekoso me pacho chairman bibisa ewo
Madas na matcha wa TFO. Meka se entokwa bia mai na over the weekend no. Na initially inyanti yesi yempe okay. Nipa be 20 omo be boa na ZP jumadie no. Initially, the information was not specific. The attention was mobilization. Domina, training and cry, or mobile matching booty. Now, or more ISR sense for Segimano. Now, over the weekend, and the training because so, you could training for ZP, no. And the idea was na enkofo na was ye pe omo no ba na omo koye start training na say omo ye people different ye no na say issues kakra aba ho a ya yet to sort out with management say let's na ke ye pa ba no the specifically na ko omo say ye mobilization and I say GP no ho adwumadie na nkomo ba be ye no na say issues kakra ba ho be then ya Harry dey o kan obe ha na ni aka no issue bi anya den emma and in any case no we are here to get information from management now I'm clarify normal my so far to the best of my knowledge your new management in the science I was one na acquire and to Kobia by no momentum. It is much matter for now. Clarification you hear and say and Kopona now was say a do mokono. Juma Mudia Hina, a more for you, and a beer is here answer for management. Apart from that, no issues beyond what I mean.
Well, Chama, you say ye power can be said initially in management, no, and mudding in Kitahoka Crassa, Monpenny Pamra, no Montreni Womo. And a Mugusuna more penny Panabama, sa training now coso.
Yeah.
The next thing I'm and then say management in your munipa or mutreni womo. Na one cause I'll say we friend management and no pet clarification. Now Chama, and no any issue and
man kasa mi ankasa. Also me say that information about say yempe nipa be 20 and family for a training. That training, you know, we were not specific on say or more about the ZP training or mobilization training. Okay? But the team over the weekend, you know, you say you training people on ZP. Even if ZP regional head, you know, about regional council meeting, you know, any other year meeting. And to say, you know, you issue kaka, you want to say, and for now, you training on which of the areas, you know, and the beer is young for no bear. Is it this one or the other bathroom? In America says, you hear, yes, I mean, here, the NCC, you know, you hear management now, or my clarify issues there. Am I? But in could do to the sense that there's confusion between you know, Saturday night training, no effort. Then you person who said, then for now, Omuka CM no. Here for an for training na omo beko. Na sa clarification ne ba. We don't have problem there.
Na chairman, sa breya menka ka say minim sa tama omo ka cha musa mo pe enipa mra na omo training omo no. Omo ma timeline, ma meet timeline na.
Enipa no ye kra ya pebet communication ya ma se mo pe nipa no ye de emra. Na omu
catch on some when you nipano.
Very no a communicative fee. One of our members, nipa. And up to date, no, yenya information say yemfa list no nya de emra omunkoye sa training. In America say information about say mumpe nipa do say yenya all right, but yenka say mumpe domno na inform you say analysis. That is where as the issue no yet.
And Kakane say Ebia Monso for all you know, and Pennyphone so change list no. And think I'm Saka number na mo pesa mo de kono. Say nka mo so betimi afre say number na mo se enfamra no. Number na are ready. Ana
ena min America no. Ye no waka se me pani pamra. Me ma ye me nipa no ready. Ebi nipa no so communicate to one of our members no. One also can tell us say okay, this is the time we need the people to need to know the fabra. And to say baby are normal one we just need clarification be say be as uncle for no na ebe we and I say we. And in America say a rule the extent of stress there's confusion, you know. We just need certain answers, we move on.
Asama na ba for can say based on this no the big issue ababa beto one wa nkasa chairman of chairman Christopher Demenya say omo de say dwuma de ni nyina ahye wonsa asa omo
no kre chairman Christopher's point was there me kura Saturday meeting no na I was not aware that bibi koso adakoja ati training bi koso so chairman by no no bisa say analyst na you can't see him you know who training no matter na I'm not even aware the training be koso and the secretary na car me say or training you ada ko jati but na me say anyone can say e bia one no ne zipe penyin no ewo enkuta ho die kasa it one no so anche bi mu anche me see I told the chairman say in fact me kwa minim se training bi koso and the names na ye ka fi enfamra no obia so kra na na kwa me na ni di enkomo no and me na kwa me di enkomo on request so be bi time na so to mu nya nipa no enti de mo nya no mo famra na say this date mo fa dom no nya de emra enti chairman didn't review or no so no nim enipa kwa ye do omo ye that training no so yen nyina no we were at loss say me I didn't know na kwa me so point so ne say ye yes yen so nipa na mra no onya any correspondence dey e tre say yen so nipa no mra ne yen ko start omo ko ye training no enti na America say no na kwa me point ne say ona wo first you kra fan out to say nipa no ka say yen pe no omo are ready but what is the training there akoso enti we are here to find out from management now mama your classification enti na America say we kwa em wan say do radio so no but jamo there mo tin komo bia kwa na mo timi the issue that is why no matter but okay. There is no issue
Oben ye bedo ase na ye do asia okay avo oben abechichim
Jibo
se ato aso
oben nkyem no ode aba no ama adena face kra da ehwanya
de oben kan
ni se de oben de obese asem kra obe kire say
se me ba mamemfa ayi Dr. Tony Oben de no enso Professor Chumesi de no so na afi me ba bi apeso ofa bia no na wafa enra Dr. Tony Oben ESCO member eso ebecheche mu kakra efa Black Stars squad ebesi nei entimi emaye no nsensem bi ba so akoka say technical team no ena aka che ESCO ne se momfa list ne emra bonten Dr. Tony Oben achechire mu
yeah, Mika, Nantejama, Star FM, Hona, Mekoye. Mika Chong said the decision to select players, yeah, a purely technical, and yeah, ESCO, you know, selecting players on the whole board, a technical work. Almost we are not the management, not management, that's what happens. And yeah, management advice, committee advice, and you know, Mankata already, yeah, Mika, and say, Obitami say, you know, Adena, we say them by out. But now, a technical work, a technical committee responsibility on the management. Now, maybe and if it don't come up, it is not an issue I would want to deal with it. That's exactly what I.
Okay, and also you check more the band say what say ESCO no, and yomo and Blaster squad is a minimum technical committee adwuma. Yes, Busan say Cape Coast Park no, and also won some at say.
I'm just I cannot be very helpful because I am not aware of any stumbling block to be an these are minimum we are all waiting for the list to come out in the buying and support enter the national team as we do all the time. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you why the list hasn't come out because I am not a member of the committee and I don't need to be a member of the committee and I honestly respect the work of the committees now. Yes, and I believe that they will come out with the reasons themselves.
We Dr. Tony Oben ti yenchane kakaka oma osmo hudi kura baba isa no nti we dey enti from Oben sechencheche mu de buy wo hare asem no to NSA boss Cape Coast are ready. Dr. Tony Oben nye ESCO ene be kire da yemfa Blaster squad ma ene park na nso se no so nye omadwuma no ni nyina ba bia pese wo fa bia no obetimi afa Zagito amesha semfiri wo
Jibo it's interesting na
kakaka
yes e bia we ba ma be ye go kin no asem no de meto nche na ba be ye na wia so na me da for ba I'm told say has issue no about board chairman Togi Sikasem and all those you know. Come can be di or has as well and say has a place in 1 month.
Oh, so that's good.
That is just say your match.
Say
yes, February.
And has be a complaining.
February on Kwana salary enyamai. Which I'm to say me. And
to go in the border.
And even Pono sign on fees, you know. Togem H ubia half. Ubia na neka umbia to go clear half of the debt. I actually must say by season be end no. They will complete the rest. And he based on what me or has plain body nature said there's no complaint. Because don't issue your signing on fee, but sign on fee no. Now me and to be and we shall clear ubia half. It's now the 10,000 now. I'm of 5,000. Or then 20,000. I'm more 10,000. So to go clear half of obia signing on fee arrears half. And I catch on say by end of the season, no, they'll complete the rest. And I'm surprised if there will be a problem with House of Folks ABR Sikasem based on Medino. Jimo, don't talk to me open. I want to believe say after thought na say opeso no opeso ye or save no hu kakra. Because be a metie nya no nsema mukan no ase kan na ndwe no. Sa no kan bibia. And utie no quote na that is I do and the quote be aside from for na nkasa no any be a utie program bia o me sa no kan. The decision is based on sound technical advice from Coach Eugene Adu and Chris Hatton. It is a decision the GFA fully supports. I don't know. Obia say my first time from 4 years and go almost obia sa no kai. Enti panyi akasa asem na yeah we have it always say omutwandro. Enti omuno wan e twandro zia doctor.
Na what your voice?
O say
what your voice?
Oh so on by
na unya abote na won tie voice.
Oh you see me sure say
the unya opportunity a eno de yabo a wati. Ka unya abote na wutie Star FM for so de na. So what me chana say?
You see a bad thing say e benya 10 writers. It's a na muscoach papa no.
It makes me so possible.
No. And credible ones who you see your maybe be mama ji we di the source and where me writers ni free here. You say your writers ni bi ho a when you write up you have to go and verify. But your 1 or 2 3 bia when you see them na quotation ni bia etalia I didn't for you to doubt it.
Okay.
Based on idea me really just say sign see. You understand? And you see, then I try to further do investigation about Sassman or Kasa and I'm told yes. It is a technical team, no. Okay, almost say because some players you are one include more or when fully fit answer. I asked my catcher everyone said they should roll on because some players are not recovering, which they need them to give them. Go ahead and officially someone like Suleimana. And come on, other players you are or train late fitness test to verify they can come out with him. So, and see, as I'm there, I'm going to say one part. And also, some case I know Kano. And then I say, oh, by someone,
my NTA Nasamo Kan was Star FM. Team of producers as a medano, Mania voice in CCA, TNT Dr. Tony Oben, and Samo Kan was Star FM.
I think we have given the responsibility to our technical and management teams.
But they are working. You.
Yes, they report to ESCO. That's correct. But they are doing their work.
Have they released any names to you?
No, they don't. That's not the way we do it. It sounds like they release names to individuals. Or
no,
as a body, we have as soon as we have it will get out.
But as soon as
it is not because the technical and management team are working very assiduously on that.
No, I'm just saying they've not finished ESCO with any names.
No, we don't have as in picking your national team and in picking a team that is going to play against no less a team than Nigeria. You need to make sure
Nigeria have released their squad.
Yes, they have, because Nigeria, you know that Ghana's squad has been kind of trying to pick and match and mix and all that. So
you don't have the men ready.
No. Remember that there are players who are Ghanaians who we would want to have in our team, okay. And we all know they're doing very well. So if it takes some time, a few days to convince them or to try and convince them, you would want to do that. You know, there are some players who don't want to play for Ghana for the obvious pecuniary reasons, and sometimes some of them who even want to play for Ghana, sometimes their clubs threaten them. If you go, you might lose your position. And if you go, you might lose. Sometimes they are told that don't go until this time. We are not released, even though they won't tell you openly, officially. They will tell you, Kofi, I know you want to go and play for a team, but we have a game here. We want you to be part until this time. So and so these are all the dynamics.
It means that the technical team are still in, talks with certain players. Which is why
they are, I'm not giving that as the only reason.
Okay.
we Dr. Tony Oben, but based on this voice there, we need to say for what they are. There's no area car say technical team there's some more release a list name Rabonting. Me tell you all Canadian as officer say as at this stage crano. Omunwe players of pick for Nigeria game no. Gabi Bemuka Kay.
No, we can still give the benefit of the doubt to the executive. So we team provided that tape now no be or no. But I think say anka sir and not pay so she kasa wa ha ene na boss body of the ball or the panel so ko kasa nga be me ya papa so kind na abaka so me de koda sensory say or the party me say mo de mo circumspect when it comes to issues mo ya so I want it to be like that kodogo issue na ba for the kan you know a issue asam ya asem na chama obi e to nso na aguso nice project I be share and I for start what does it because I'm told to say chama obi was supposed to bring that 20 people no who were supposed to be sokotoko ka chama obi so fa 20 people mra uncle for be on circle or for circle for that so e could do and so say nipa bi training na say enye de name na chama obi that was where Chama Christopher Ebe Mono in Quase. A dinner, Chama be needing out the bar, na say, a din for and happens to be a din for. And yes, I did not buy. I won't say so, say be on your Jumay, but maybe one who was waiting for a call like what can I say? The national organization. You can't say, if you are not here. So they organize a Juma. Chairman, what are you talking about? Chairman, Juma, Chairman, instructing Moko. No, Juma, no, no. This is pure organization. Would you allow me to flow? Oh no, but catch up business and say he's not the organizer. Let me flow. He's the chairman. I'm drawing conclusion. Moko Kranwe national chairman. I'm drawing conclusion. Secretary, organizer, treasurer, whatever. Upo position be hold be a chairman position supersede odie. A chairman abema wo djuma sakoye. So I better know say me instructor ne subordinate so omonye. And for that to organize the dinner breno. I better know say no. E do can say na wo ya say o ya to nema guma say no. The fact of the matter the American say it was believed so being an so provided that names no. Because ya tita about 30 of the boot be okumasia also. So 20 okumasia and that names no they wanted that name from the circles because a project a circles no any management na together. E you know tawa omunya set list na ba na nkofo bi training no na ankoye omode no Yibo just show me shoes no how you feel what I say tell no na e dey sa e kakra ba no but Obin as a chairman will always try to overturn so not a man escalate to that level so they be about for our no obi o want to be canon but ade bi as o man handle ni ya ebe ma dey na first start because these are the leaders all those home na kabum no na they together
okay
you know I think say from the management and the circles leadership no so much tenacity because the maybe first that I'm want to say the circle leadership are not happy omani crisis ade na esi no say if management don't go for the other na you try mo or you mo I think say that is it
baba isa ana o ye dan
oh the other stories no my friend to no say Obin interview no after me ko tenacity na ya be bie mu ye because Obin akofa asema ba o number 1 waje organize adwuma ye
why they organize adwuma ye say adwuma dey be by Ashanti Regional the first person to contact the Ashanti Regional Circles chairman
by way no a national project and na be pilot and na be training and I say organizers no a part of
na do so on your
oh we say busa mokwe wanya we
na so mokwe national organizer on your
organizer no why we
baba is
who is the national organizer who is the national organizer
na woni mu no
Tabia takum pebina nom ebeboa o yete ewo